In the top stories, the Transport Minister announces a plan to improve the bus service, Christians told not to discriminate against LGBT individuals, and Barbados advance in regional football. Welcome to Nation News for Monday, September 8, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News, your time, your way.
Minister of Transport and Works Michael Lashley today announced that some private minibuses could soon be allowed into the Transport Board's terminals, pending finalization of a full integration plan. He said this would enhance service to commuters and reduce the number of buses the board needs to acquire from 100 to around 25. The minister said the full details of the plan would be announced once Cabinet's approval is secured. In the meantime, Mr. Lashley said he had instructed the board to dispatch buses based on demand, and the results had been favorable. Minister Lashley, Minister of Education Ronald Jones, and a number of transport officials visited the Fairchild Street terminal this morning to view operations on the first day of the new school year. Most children readily boarded the buses as they became available, but the ministers reiterated that a policy would soon be put in place to make sure students paid bus fare after a certain time. In other school news, several schools were given a blessing on Sunday prior to the start of the new school term. Barbadians from varying denominations gathered at the gates of educational institutions to pray for students, teachers, and education officials. From Dighton Griffith in the south to Alexandria in the north, individuals prayed for an end to violence and guidance for the island's youth. The initiative, titled Meet Me at the Gates, is led by Pastor Pauline Rollins. 21-year-old Cadian Romain Chase of Silver Hill Christchurch appeared in court today charged with the August 30th murder of 24-year-old Darren Brown. He was remanded to prison and will reappear in court on October 6. Police say Brown died from a suspected stab wound after being involved in an altercation around 12:30 a.m. at Oistins Christchurch. Christians have been told not to use violence, harassment, or discrimination against lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transgender individuals. The advice comes from Pastor Ricardo Selman, Family Ministries Director of the East Caribbean Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. He said the church should take a stance against sin without condemning the sinner. Pastor Salmon made the comments over the weekend during a discussion entitled Human Sexuality, Scripture, Sex, and Society, hosted by the church. Newly elected General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union, Tony Moore, says greater emphasis will be placed on organizing the island's workers. Speaking during the union's 73rd Annual Delegates Conference over the weekend, she said recent large-scale layoffs shifted the union's attention from attracting new members to maintaining existing numbers. However, she said some changes now need to be made. Among them, shop stewards will need to be better trained to resolve workplace issues without relying on full-time BWU officials.
The model of organizing envisioned by your new General Secretary may require current staff and shop stewards to undergo a series of training sessions on organizing, and will see the organizing committee and the organizing department being transformed for greater militancy and mobilization.
In sport, Barbados have advanced to the next round of the Caribbean Football Union's Men's Caribbean Cup. On Sunday in Martinique, Barbados rebounded to defeat Bonaire 4-1 and finished second in the group behind the hosts. Captain and Wigan defender Emerson Boyce grabbed the opening goal. Mario Hart scored a brace, and Romario Harewood added the other. The semi-finalists have been decided in the Monarch of the Court road tennis tournament, but Mark Venom Griffith is not in the lineup. Griffith faced his nemesis Antoine Lil Man Daniel and lost in 3 games after being in a position to win in the weekend's competition. Instead, Daniel will play Curtis Jones in Wednesday's semis at the Ranch on Spring Garden. The other semi-final will see familiar foes Julian Michael Jackson White and Anthony Ayers Mitchell vying for the coveted spot in the final. And finally, a 9-year-old boy wearing pajamas stole a city bus in Saskatchewan on Saturday morning and took it for a 3-block joy ride. The bus came to a stop after it bumped into a truck and another city bus. Nobody was injured, though the bus suffered a cracked windshield and a broken mirror. A maintenance worker reportedly left the bus at the garage with the motor running, and the boy climbed in and took the wheel. Due to his age, he won't face any charges. And that's Nation News for Monday. For more, log on to our website, nationnews.com, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and get your Daily Nation tomorrow.